Frontier Homestead State Park Museum allows visitors to relive the pioneer and early industrial history of Cedar City, and then we visit Old Irontown, amazing pioneer-era ruins 25 miles away that help connect and tell the incredible story of Southern Utah's historic mining industry.
Welcome to Frontier Homestead State Park in beautiful Cedar City, Utah. My name's Ryan Paul, and I'm here to take you on an amazing tour of this incredible place. Here at Frontier Homestead, we have an incredible collection of stagecoaches and horse-drawn vehicles, of farm equipment, of historic structures, and a number of hands-on activities that let you experience history in a new way. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the top exhibits here and make history part of your story by living it. One of the most exciting exhibits we have is the printing press. We need to understand that printing was essential to frontier culture. That's how people got the information that they needed about county fairs and events and elections and all kinds of very cool information. Each individual letter has to be hand set, and then it's put into a plate, and we ink that plate, and then we have to press the paper against the plate. So it takes some time, which is very critical for us to teach everyone that these things back in the day just took time to get correct. One of the must-sees at Frontier Homestead is the Concord Stagecoach. This stagecoach is a replica, but it was built by Gronway Perry, whose collection starts the museum. He restores all of these wagons back in the 1900s through the 1950s. This stagecoach here was used in film, it was used on television, and even most exciting, visitors can actually climb inside, feel what it's like to ride in a stagecoach, and get their picture taken. One of the anchors of Frontier Homestead is the Hunter House. This is a must-see when you visit, because unlike other historic homes, you have almost complete access to this structure. You can walk through the rooms and see the various pieces of pioneer furniture. You can sit and play checkers. You can pose for pictures in old frontier ways. So it's a very exciting opportunity to see this structure. This is the oldest home still standing in Cedar City, built in 1866. Iron County is named after iron. So the second largest deposits of iron ore in the United States still exist west of us here in Iron County. And the reason that the settlers came to Iron County specifically was to mine iron. Iron was critical for every aspect of life in the frontier West. When Brigham Young brought the Mormons to Salt Lake, so he sent a group of people down to settle this area specifically to mine iron, and it was called the Iron Mission. So those early Cedar City settlers who were mining iron set up a blast furnace, an iron producing facility, and what we're standing in now is a replica of that pioneer blast furnace. It was built from the original plans. So they mined iron here for about 5 or 6 years, and for a variety of reasons they had to stop. And then Old Irontown is the second effort to produce iron, but it was done in a very different way. We're here at Old Irontown. Old Irontown is one of the many Utah State Historic Monuments, and we're only 30 minutes from Cedar City in Frontier Homestead State Park. Old Irontown is the second operation of iron mining for the pioneers in southern Utah. First they came to Cedar City, then when that shut down, 10 years later they came here to Old Irontown and built a small community that produced a significant amount of iron for about a decade. So let me take you around and give you a personal guided tour of some of my favorite sites here at Old Irontown. So here we are at the charcoal kiln at Old Irontown. This is the only one left still standing. Now charcoal was the fuel they used to smelt the furnace. So they would take the juniper trees around here, stack it in this kiln to the top, and light a slow oxygenated fire. Now these holes that you can see here in the brick were meant to be plugged or unplugged as you controlled the oxygen as the fire burned the juniper down into the charcoal. And 50 bushels of charcoal would smelt 1 ton of iron ore. We are standing in the heart of the Irontown operation. In front of me here is the furnace. Imagine it being tall and bolting with iron, and as the iron is tapped, it came down into what this area would be known as the molding house. So the reason they call it pig iron is because it's like teats on a hog. So they tap the furnace, the iron runs out into one stream and then branches out into many to form ingots of iron, known as pig iron. So whether you're coming from Cedar City and Frontier Homestead, or you're traveling through and stop here first and head into Frontier Homestead, this is an amazing place. Old Irontown is a fabulous place to stop. Just remember that in sites like this, we encourage you to take as many pictures as you want, but please leave everything else alone.
A visit to the Frontier Homestead State Park Museum and Old Irontown offer you a way to relive the pioneer and early industrial history of Southwest Utah through unique hands-on activities and one-of-a-kind exhibits that you'll only find in Cedar City.